Two guys not related, yet somehow are given the same name. It's time for the Two Daves podcast, where we'll answer the age-old question, are two Daves better than one? And now, here's Dave and Dave.
All right, and unlike the false advertising by Kellogg's, you remember this? They promised millions that they would get smarter if you ate their mini wheats. Well, we are the Two Daves podcast, and we promise that we have no clue what we're doing, and you can take that to the bank. Hey, I'm Dave.
And I'm the other Dave, and this ain't tacos. Still? It's not tacos still, right?
That's right. I think it's, no longer, it still ain't tacos.
Okay, I just wondered if you were there, Dave. Come on, man. I know. Hey, this ain't tacos, and that's another promise that you can take to the bank. Hey, don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your friends. We need you to help us build this Two Daves Nation, and we invite you to join us on this fun-filled journey. We would also ask you to do us another favor, and that is comment for us after you hear our podcasts. And be kind, but comment. That helps us know what you're thinking, and we just love to hear from you, wouldn't we, Dave?
That's right. And Dave, it's time for the Two Daves fact of the day.
Oh,
to help our audience be the what?
Let me get my pencil and get ready to write this down.
Okay, because we want to help our audience be the best they can be, right?
That's right.
Here it goes. This is a fact. If you sneeze while traveling at 60 miles per hour, your eyes are closed for an average of 50 feet.
Wow.
Yep. Absolutely.
You know, if you have a cold, you could almost drive from Iowa to Florida and not see half the trip.
That's true. Yep.
I don't know. Dave, let me ask you something. Have you ever had a job that if you would have only known before what your job description was, you would have never taken it in the first place?
Yeah, pastoring.
Oh, well, I thought you were going to say marriage. I don't know, but
that's not a job.
Well,
that's a chore.
Yes. Well, we thought it would be fun to look at real job descriptions that would make you really happy that you don't work there. So,
okay, yes.
Dave, let's look at those, and we found some of those incredible descriptions from our Two Daves research team that, oh, there they are again, right there for us.
Oh, they're great, aren't they? Dave,
you're getting choked up. Are you okay? Did I say something?
I got choked up on my own spit. Do you ever do that?
I don't. I've learned to swallow. So no, I don't.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right. Do you want me to start? Or do you want to start?
Yeah. No, you go ahead and start.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, here's the first one. Waitress needed. Must be 18 years old with 20 years experience. Apply in person.
I'd like to see that person apply. That's for
sure. I would too. Wow.
Well, here we go. And I don't know. And, some of these, you don't know if they're real or not. But this says wanted someone to grind or chew hay for a horse with bad teeth. I don't know if is that real? I don't know.
I think you need to ask Bud, don't you?
Yeah, that's right. Contact James Bud Williams. Yeah.
Okay, here's a good one. Cab drivers wanted. Nights and weekends must have good driving and criminal record. Apply in person.
Oh, Dave, I could be a cab driver. All right. Well, how about a 2-year-old assistant teacher? Does that mean that the
2-year-old?
The assistant teacher has to be 2, or
that's confusing in itself.
That isn't even the punchline, but that's what it says. Help wanted, a 2-year-old assistant teacher. Skills needed to win in this position. Here's the first one. No fear of pee or poop. I would be terrible in that job because I'm very afraid of pee and poop.
Me too.
Very afraid of it. I'm not going to read the rest of them because the others make sense. But that one, I like that one. No fear of pee or poop.
Oh, that's a good one. Here's one. Looking for someone to do yard work. Must have hula hoop.
I don't get it. What are they looking for? Must have a hula hoop to do yard work. Okay. All right. Well, the Dupree School District number 64-2 is accepting applications for part-time head lice pullers.
Oh, man.
Part-time head lice pullers. Applications may be picked up in the business office of the Dupree School. Wow. Well, I tell you what, you would have to really need a job.
Hey, Dave, what do you do for a living?
Yeah, I'm a head lice puller.
Oh, wow.
A log puller.
That's great. Thanks for not coming to our church.
Yeah.
Okay, here's one. Now hiring cemetery superintendent. Mm-hmm. The ideal candidate must be able to supervise in a fast-paced environment.
Wow. Wow.
Well, I thought they had dead time, but evidently they don't.
Oh, wow. Fast-paced environment. I wonder what a fast-paced environment is involved being a cemetery superintendent. I don't know.
Man. You know, well, Dave, let's talk about something. Can we get real for a second?
I'm not sure.
Well, you know, I have had some jobs. I'm just going to be serious. I've had some jobs that,
what are you, micro?
How can I put it? That by the second or third day, I'm like, I'm out of here. And I was younger, of course, because I've stayed in, with jobs a lot. But I'm telling you what, there's some jobs out there that I'm just like, no wonder they can't keep, because this is the world's worst job in the world.
I've been blessed. I've never had a job I didn't like. I've always loved all of my jobs.
Well, you're blessed.
I am blessed because I know that there's some bad jobs out there. I know that there's some terrible bosses, and I'm blessed with great bosses. So I haven't always been blessed with great bosses, but we won't go into that.
No. Okay. Well, all right. Let's move on.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We need to move on. Here's the deal. Tonight is the night, a few weeks back, Dave and I discussed some of our favorite things. These are a few of Dave's favorite things. And we realized when it was all said and done that we couldn't encapsulate our favorite things in 1 hour episode. So we really felt like we needed to revisit this. And so tonight we're going to revisit a few of Dave's favorite things. So this is part 2. We're going to do some things. We're going to talk about some things that we didn't talk about. We're going to expand on some lists that we did talk about, but it's a very wide spectrum of things that we're going to talk about tonight. So let's get started with this. Now, first of all, last time when we did this, we talked about our favorite movies. And do you remember, Dave, how much we struggled trying to come up with like a list of top 10 of our favorite movies?
Yeah, I think one of the things we dealt with was we could not put this is our number one favorite, and just couldn't do that.
Well, I was trying to figure out how we could put, a movie like Beauty and the Beast, the animated Beauty and the Beast, alongside, Rocky Ernest, or something like that.
Or Ernest Saves Christmas.
That's right. And so tonight we've decided to kind of break it down into a few different genres. And so we thought, first of all, we talk about our favorite comedy movies, our top 5, or actually, I'm sorry, but I have 6 favorite comedy movies. So why don't you go first, Dave?
Are you sure?
I don't know what you've put. So we may have some duplicates here.
Okay. Well, I split the family comedies into 3 different sections.
You split family.
I'm not family. Comedy movies. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm reading. I don't know. Okay. So I split them up into these categories: 80s, 90s, and 2000s.
80s, 90s, and 2000s. Wow. Okay. Man, I wish I would have known you were going to do that. I would have done that.
Dave, we all know who the smarts behind this whole thing is. So
So you have like a favorite, you have like 5 80s movies, 5 90s movies?
4 in each one.
Oh, 4 in each one. Okay. All right.
And
well, I don't feel so bad about going with a 6 then, because you got 12.
I'm going to say something again. Okay. I feel really, I struggle. We talked about struggles last time. I struggle in this area with you because you picked out the categories. Okay. You're a movie buff. I am. I'm just, I'm just there. I'm going to share these again with you. Okay.
Well, again, I want to reiterate to everyone that when it's your favorite movie, who cares if it's a critically acclaimed movie? It's your favorite. So that's all we're interested in.
You're a movie snob anyway. So
I'm a movie snob.
You are a movie snob, man. I'm telling you, I'll say something, whatever, I'm like, okay, whatever.
Listen, my wife loves to watch Hallmark movies.
I do too, with my wife. She doesn't
like to watch those movies with me in the room because I'm making all kinds of dumb comments throughout the whole thing. Yeah.
What did I just say, people?
Yeah.
I just said he's a movie snob. Now, Dave would say, well, those aren't movies. And I'm like, okay, I get what you're saying there, but come on.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you know the plot before it even gets started, then it's a Hallmark movie.
Well, that's Hallmark. That's Hallmark. That's the beauty of it. We don't all collect presidential buttons. We don't all discuss our movies with our ventriloquist dummy. I mean, we don't read books on Dan Quayle, see what he has to say about movies. We just don't do that. We don't. But I know who does. The other Dave. I just want to give a little disclaimer here. If you're bored by his presentation, I'm sorry. And I feel for you and I get it. That's why I had to come in and do my part so that most of you can relate to me. Okay.
All right. Would you just go ahead and share your favorite?
All right. Okay. Here we go. 80s comedy movies. Number 1, The Great Outdoors.
Now, I've not seen The Great Outdoors.
What?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm not sure I know what you're talking about. Who's in that?
Here we go. Okay. John Candy.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I haven't seen it, but John Candy was a very funny man.
Oh, I love this movie because the adventures that these guys go on. Dan Aykroyd in his day was funny.
He was too, yes.
And those two guys together, it was just great. I mean, I loved the plot of it, and I just loved the humor that was in it. So it's I'm gonna
have to watch that. The Great Outdoors.
Okay. I think we need to challenge one another in some of these. I'm gonna highlight or write down some things that you put down.
You can watch all those boring movies that I talk about. And I'll watch all the dumb ones you talk about.
Okay, now remember, I'm in 80s. I love the 80s stuff, okay?
I love the 80s, yep.
The second comedy movie, is Fletch with Chevy Chase.
Yeah. I've seen Fletch. Chevy Chase, he was funny too. The only problem is Chevy Chase knows that he's funny, and that kind of makes him unfunny. But yeah.
I hear he's a big jerk now, but that was a funny movie. I loved the same kind of music that was behind it. It was good. Okay, my third one is, I don't know if you've heard this, but it's called The Money Pit.
Oh yeah, I've seen The Money Pit. Tom Hanks is my favorite actor. So yes,
Tom
I've
Hanks.
seen
And
The Money Pit.
who's the lady in it?
Oh, I can't tell you that.
Shelley Long.
Shelley Long. That's right. Yep.
And they buy a home, and it's an incredible, it's like a mansion type of home.
Yeah.
But the problem is it's a money pit. Everything starts falling apart when they sign for it. It's hysterical.
Is that the one where he gets the dog and it just doesn't stop running?
No, that's Funny Farm with Chevy Chase.
Yeah. Okay, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. And then the fourth one is one of my all-time favorites is Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Oh, I've got that on my list. I love Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
That if you've not watched that movie, am I right, Dave? That is it's classic comedy.
It is. It's a great movie. I actually didn't put it on my comedy list. I put it on another list that we'll share later.
Okay. Well, Michael Caine, Steve Martin, these are guys that you wouldn't think would work good together, but
they're perfect. And you know what? Glenn Headley is a great foil for them. She is incredible in that movie. Mm-hmm.
And God rest her soul. She passed away a few years ago, I believe, a couple years ago.
Yeah, and she was great. I only saw her in a couple of movies. I saw her in that and in Mr. Holland's Opus. I don't know if you ever saw that one. Yep. She was great in both of those movies, and she was great on Monk, the TV show Monk. But
that's right.
Yeah, but then she passed away. Yeah.
Okay, so do you want me to keep on going in my categories, or do what?
Yeah, go.
Okay.
Go, yeah.
Am I boring you?
No, I'm having fun.
Okay, I'm sorry I did this because it's I went 90s now. So 90s is Home Alone 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, you talked about that last time.
I love those. Okay, The second one would be. Oh, I love this. It's Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Oh, yeah. Robin
you
Hood
remember
Men in
that?
Tights. Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, I have that, I think, downstairs. Yep.
Because we're men in tights. I love that. That
stupid humor.
Who's the director of that? I'm just Mel.
Is that Mel Brooks?
Yeah, Mel Brooks. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
He was a great satirist. Yeah.
Yeah. The next movie is Groundhog Day.
Oh yeah, Groundhog Day.
Do you like Groundhog Day?
I do. Have you ever experienced one of those days where it seems like you're living it over and over again?
Well, when you're pastoring with COVID and you have lost your building due to a storm, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the last one is Father of the Bride.
Oh yeah, with Steve Martin.
Yeah, both 1 and 2 are great. I love those.
Okay. Have you watched the original ones with Spencer Tracy?
Spencer Tracy and what's her name?
Elizabeth Taylor.
Yeah. I have. You would know those names. Yes, you would. Yeah. Okay. And then 2000s, I'm going to say something here.
Uh-oh.
Movies are not what they used to be.
They're not.
And I just don't know. I don't think they've made a good comedy in a long time, but I could be wrong because I'm not into all the junk that goes with it, the language and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. The things that some people find funny. Yeah.
And I'm going to say this.
For example, well, I'll wait till you're done.
Okay. Well, for me, most of the times I watch these things on TV, so they've edited some of the stuff out. Okay. So 2000s, here we go. Elf.
Oh yeah, Elf is great.
I can watch that any time of the year. And I watch Home Alone 1 and 2 several times during the year. The second one is Nacho Libre.
Nacho Libre.
I quote that movie so much it's not even funny.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
Libre. You'll lose some brain cells, but it will be worth it.
Listen, I'm not sure that I have any to spare.
That's true. Okay. The next one is another Christmas movie with Vince Vaughn and with Paul Giamatti. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fred Claus.
Fred Claus. I've never seen that one either.
What?
I've never seen it.
I thought you were a Christmas guy.
I am, but that's just one I've not seen.
I love that movie. And then the last one, this was a loser at the box office, but it has Jack Black, Owen Wilson, and Steve Martin. And I've probably watched it 50 to 60 times.
Really?
It's called The Big Year.
The Big Year. I've never heard of it.
It is a movie about bird watching.
Okay.
And it's their goal. They have the big year to see who can spot as many birds as they can in North America. I love it.
That sounds good.
It's a great movie. Okay, there you go. That's what I have.
All right.
Let's hear yours.
I came up with 6. And the first one I put was Three Amigos. I love that again, you've mentioned Steve Martin and Chevy Chase. This also had Martin Short in it. And I know you like this movie too.
I do.
It's dumb, but it's so funny.
It's
and
good.
I can't tell you which one of the 3 is better than the others because they're all just hilarious in that movie.
Was that 80s movie, right?
Yeah, that was in the 80s. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's some funny parts to that, Dave.
Oh my goodness. And that's a quotable movie as well. Oh my goodness. And then I love My Little Buttercup. Anyway.
Oh, that is so good. Yes. What about the talking bush or the talking
Yes.
What was that?
Are you the talking bush? Are you the singing bush? Blow the man down. If you haven't seen Three Amigos, folks, you gotta watch it. Yeah. Well, here's another one, and this is kind of an obscure movie, and unfortunately, because I think it's a gem. It's called Without a Clue. You know what I'm talking about? It's with Michael Caine and Ben Kingsley. Michael Caine plays Sherlock Holmes. Ben Kingsley plays Watson. Now, here's the trick. Sherlock Holmes turns out to be an idiot, and Watson is the genius behind the two. And it is absolutely hilarious. And of course, a lot of the reason why it's hilarious is Michael Caine. He's one of my favorite actors anyway.
What year is it?
I'm not sure. I think it's 87 or 88, something like that. But you would like it, Dave. I would encourage you to watch it Without a Clue. It's a great movie.
I wrote it down.
Okay. Number 3, Tootsie. One of my favorite absolute movies of all time from 1982 with Dustin Hoffman and Jessica Lange, where Dustin Hoffman can't get work as an actor until he dresses up like a woman. And he's just phenomenal in that movie. And it's hilarious. And I quote from it all the time. And of course, the movie's almost 40 years old now. So now people don't even know what I'm talking about when I quote from it, but it's great.
You can relate to that movie too, right?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Now, do you drink ginger ale while you watch that movie or not?
All right. Number 4, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh, yeah.
We must like Chevy Chase.
Yeah. 80s classic.
I laugh at that movie. I mean, Nita and I watched it at Christmas time again this year, and we laughed so hard, and we've seen it about 100 times.
Yeah.
But we still continue to laugh so hard at that. It is just so much fun to watch.
Well, okay, let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
If you could just right off, the tip of your tongue here, 2 honorable mention ones, what would you have?
Well, I still have numbers 5 and 6 here.
Oh, you do? Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Number 5, and this goes back to 1962. It's a mad, 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 mad world. Have you ever seen that?
I have. Yeah.
I love that movie. It's with Spencer Tracy and an all-star cast making cameos and whatever on a race to find a buried treasure. It is 3 hours of fun. And I think the best part of it is Ethel Merman. She is so funny in that movie. It's a mad, and it is. I think my mom watched it one time and almost had a nervous breakdown afterwards. But
well, if you don't know Ethel Merman, I mean, it is funny. She's the one that sang "There's no business like show business." You remember her?
Yes. Oh,
that?
yeah.
That is good. That movie was really ahead of its time, wasn't it?
It really was. Yeah. Yeah. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
And then number 6 goes back even further to 1950, and it's called Born Yesterday. And I'm not talking about the remake with John Goodman and Melanie Griffith, which was not even worth watching. But the original with Broderick Crawford and William Holden and Judy Holliday is just a sharp movie. It was made from a Broadway play, but Judy Holliday is wonderful as a dumb blonde who is hired by her stupid rich boyfriend a man is hired by her stupid rich boyfriend to teach this dumb blonde about history and government and everything, and it is marvelous. You just laugh out loud watching some of the moments with her. It's a good movie. So
Born Yesterday
from 1950. Mm-hmm.
Well, you say that like you're from the Turner Classic Movie Network.
You know what? I think I would love that job.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's go on to our next genre, and that would be our favorite Disney/Pixar movies. For the sake of time, we'll keep them all together. We could probably do a separate category for Disney and a separate category for Pixar, but for the sake of time tonight, let's just do our favorite Disney/Pixar movies.
Are you doing sports movies in this too?
Yeah, we'll do that later.
Okay. All right. Okay. So
Go
am
ahead.
I going first?
Yeah. Give us your favorite.
Okay, so I split this up into animated, Pixar, and Disney produced.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so animated is The Jungle Book.
Oh, yeah. Now, you're talking about the original Jungle Book, right?
Yeah. The animated one, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Great
the
movie.
second one, Peter Pan.
Yes.
And I'm going to say that what made Disney movies so good is the music.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. They have the best music of all. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. The third one is The Three Caballeros.
I remember The Three Caballeros. Yes.
And then Aladdin.
Yes.
And then I really like Lion King.
Oh, yeah. Lion King is on my list. Yep. Hard to beat that.
You want to talk about your animated ones or not? You want me to just keep on?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll keep on going. But first of all, I want you to know that I just saw the new Lion King, the remake, and I loved it. I was surprised. I'm kind of a snob, as you said, when it comes to stuff. And I love the original so much that I didn't want to see a remake, but it was really good. So anyway, go ahead.
Well, so was The Jungle Book. I mean, Bill Murray was in that, and that was such a good book, a good movie. What does Disney call those ones? Live action movies?
Live action remakes, yeah. Mm-hmm. They've done it to a lot of them. Pinocchio, Dumbo, Cinderella.
Aladdin was great too.
Beauty and the Beast, yeah.
Okay, so when it comes to Pixar, I like WALL-E.
Yes.
Toy Story, you can't go wrong with.
Mm-hmm.
The Incredibles. And I actually thought The Incredibles 2 was better than The Incredibles 1, but it was
a good one. It was a good one.
I mean, that was good. That wasn't trash. That was good. And then Monsters, Inc.
Yeah.
I like Monsters University too. And then Ratatouille.
Yep.
And then Disney produced movies. National Treasure movies.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Lincoln.
Oh, very good. We saw that in the theater together. You and I did.
Yes, we did. Mary Poppins.
Uh-huh.
Secretariat.
Oh, yeah.
And Cool Runnings.
I love Cool Runnings. Well, you cheated. Man, I'll tell you what.
Why? I
took that and I have 5 and I had to narrow it down to 5, and that's tough. So here I went. Number 1, Beauty and the Beast, my all-time favorite movie. Great movie. Number 2, The Lion King. We already talked about that. Number 3, Toy Story. All 4 of them. Yeah. I can't. People will tell you, "Oh, number 2 is better. Number 3 is better." I loved every one of them, and I can't figure out a favorite one. We watched number 3, Toy Story 3, right before my oldest daughter went off to college. Oh man, I'm telling you what, there wasn't a dry eye in the house, and I was the only one in the house. But
I cried in the movie theater in that one.
Oh yeah, I was in the movie theater too. It was hard to watch. Yeah, but
I refuse to watch 4.
4 is good. You should watch 4. Yeah. All right. Number 4, Cars. Love that movie.
It's good.
And then number 5, I put Monsters Incorporated because I love that movie too. All right. Well, now let's do sports movies. That's another genre. And yes, I do like sports movies, Dave.
You do?
I do.
Nice.
Yeah.
Probably from 1922 and 1932.
I think my oldest one here is from 1986.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I have a little twist on mine just to let you know.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm sure you do. You probably have like your top 5 baseball movies, your top 5 football movies.
Top 6.
Okay.
Top 6.
Okay.
Okay. And I base this upon the amount of times I watched them.
Sure.
Okay. And I just enjoy them. One of my favorite, and it's a Christian movie by the Kendrick brothers. It's Facing the Giants.
Facing the Giants. Yep.
I love that movie. It's not Hollywood type, but I mean, it's good. I like it. Second one is, I just mentioned it earlier, is Secretariat. What a great movie. Have you seen that?
I haven't. I saw Seabiscuit.
I have not seen Seabiscuit.
It wasn't that great.
Secretariat is good.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, you got to watch that. Okay. Not that you're writing it down or you're ever going to see it.
All right. I'm writing it down.
No, never mind. No, I'll just play and you can do whatever you want to do, okay? All right. The third one is The Blind Side.
Oh, I love The Blind Side. I didn't write that down, but it's a good one.
The fourth one is Rocky IV, where he goes to Russia.
You like that one better than the others.
Yeah.
I like Rocky II better than the others. Can you believe that?
Rocky
and I'm not a sequel person, but I love Rocky II is my favorite of the 4. 5, 6, 18, whatever.
You know, Rockies though, the Rocky movies, I think they're standalone movies. I like them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yes, very good.
And then my fifth one, how can you not be from Iowa and not like Field of Dreams?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Have you been to the Field of Dreams?
I have.
Me too. That's something to see. Yeah.
That movie was so, I mean, think of the people that were in that. Kevin Costner, okay. And then Darth Vader himself.
James Earl Jones.
Good, man. That was such, and then you had Burt Lancaster in it.
Burt Lancaster, yep. The last movie I ever saw him in.
Yeah, Burt Lancaster was a great movie actor. I really liked him. So anyway, and then the last one, Dave. Anyway, it's Caddyshack 2.
Caddyshack 2.
Now, Caddyshack 1 is a filthy movie.
It is.
And I watched the TV version of it, and I have to scroll through certain parts. Just Caddyshack 2 is Jackie. He's a comedian. What's his name? He's a Jewish guy, Jackie.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, no, he's still alive.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I looked him up the other day.
Oh, okay.
Jackie Mason.
Jackie Mason, yeah.
And it's a stupid movie, but I love golf so much, and it's fun.
Yeah. Okay.
I like it. All right,
haven't seen the second one. All right, my favorite sports movies. Number 1, Miracle. I love that's one of my favorite movies anyway, but I love that around the arena of ice hockey. True story as well. Number 2, Cool Runnings. You mentioned that as one of your favorite Disney produced movies. That's one of my favorite sports movies. Another true story and a John Candy movie,
Yeah.
about the first Jamaican bobsled team. Oh man, so much fun. You should
good.
watch it. Dougie Doug is great in that movie.
Yes.
Number 3, The Rookie. That's another true story.
I love that movie. That's good.
Isn't that good? Dennis Quaid and Rachel Griffiths. Yes, I can watch that movie any day. I love it very much so.
Yeah.
Number 4, A League of Their Own. Another true story about the women's baseball league that was started during the Second World War. Tremendous. Of course, Tom Hanks, as I've already mentioned, is my favorite actor. So I love that movie. And then number 5, this is the one that takes me back to 1986. Hoosiers. About a high school basketball team in Indiana back in the 50s with Gene Hackman, another great actor.
Great actor. Is he still alive?
Yes, he is. He's no longer acting. He's in his 80s. He just doesn't do anything anymore, but he was a great actor.
Oh boy, was he.
Yeah.
Those are good, Dave. Those are good.
You like
movies. Those are good choice. I would say a lot of those are, I mean, how can you, this list is a joke because I mean, when you say something, I'm like, yeah, there's more.
I know it. I
agree.
So we'll have to do a part 3, I'm sure, sometime. All right, now,
great.
Let's go to movies with twist endings.
Well, did you do favorite TV shows?
No, we're still in movies.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's right. You're leading this. You're leading this tonight. That's right. So if it's a train wreck, people, you know why.
I like to watch movies that I can't see the end coming. That's why I don't like Hallmark. I like to be surprised. And so, favorite twist ending movies. Oh, what do you have, Dave?
Hold on a second. When you gave me the list, you didn't say movies. You just said favorite twist endings.
Well, I included it under movies, but you misunderstood. I'm sorry. What do you have?
Well, I have TV shows in there too.
Oh, well, go ahead. That's fine. What do you have for a list?
This is what happens when you lead this. There's lots of confusion, and I just don't. So, okay, so here it is. My first one is, to me, the all-time biggest twist ending of all TV, and that's the Newhart Show. The last episode with Suzanne Pleshette.
You know what? I'll forgive you for putting a TV show in there just because you put Newhart in there. That was a great series finale.
Oh,
probably the best of all time. Mm-hmm.
Man, I love YouTubing that and watching that. That was so good.
That's great.
That was a last minute idea.
Oh, really? Was it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was perfect. It was. And you know what? A lot of TV, they set the bar for series finales. A lot of TV shows kind of shoot to be as creative as Newhart, and none of them have been able to make it.
Yeah. Well, okay, here's my other TV show.
Okay.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Dave. I'm not. I can see your face. You can't see his face on YouTube. You can only view his voice. So I just want to make that sure so Dave understands that. Okay, so this one comes from my favorite TV show, MASH. And it was where Henry Blake dies in the helicopter.
Yeah. And, that was a surprise to the cast members, too.
Yep.
They did not know that they were writing McLean Stevenson out of the show. I mean, they knew that he was being written out. He quit. He left the series. But they didn't know that they were killing his character off until the last minute. Yeah.
Alan Alda was the only one that knew.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. And so those reactions, those tears and everything, very real. Yep. Yeah.
Hey, twist endings. This is weird. I didn't do movies. I mean, I did some movies, but I did the movie Miracle.
Miracle?
Yes, because if you would have never watched, if you'd have never watched the Olympics, and I mean, let's face it, there's a lot of people that weren't alive. They didn't know about that, so they're just picking up the movie. And to me, I think that's what, they beat Russia.
Yeah. I never thought about that. I mean, it's exciting for me to watch that, and I know the outcome, but I can imagine maybe a younger person watching that and not knowing what the outcome is. I can imagine how thrilling that is.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it would make me want to go really watch the real thing. You know what I'm saying?
And I have, yes.
Yeah. So, hey, put me down all you want. That's all right. I have some more here. I have two more.
Okay.
The one that, I mean, my sons would be proud of me saying this one, and that is The Empire Strikes Back, when Darth Vader says, "Luke, I am your father."
I am your father. Is that Empire Strikes Back, or is that Return of the Jedi? I don't know. It's one of the Star Wars movies.
Let's see if our listeners are listening to us.
Yeah, comment
on that. Which one? Okay.
Yeah.
And then the fifth one is one of my all-time favorite movies, is The Shawshank Redemption, where Andy escapes from prison and the warden goes down.
Yes. And
I love that.
You think that Tim Robinson's character has killed himself.
Yep.
And the truth is that he escaped. And great movie. You're right.
How did I do, Dave, on that?
You did great. I don't put you down for using 2 TV shows. That was good.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, you do it. Let's hear yours now.
Yeah, my favorite twist ending movies. Number 1, The Sixth Sense. I did not see that coming. I'm not gonna spoil it. I know the movie's 22 years old, but I'm still not gonna spoil it for those who haven't seen it. But I'm telling you what, I was blown away. I did not see that coming. And I still love to watch that movie, if nothing else, just to watch the clues, for the ending. So it's a great movie.
I'm drawing a blank. I've seen that movie, but who's in that again? I'm just
Bruce Willis plays the psychiatrist, and Haley Joel Osment, little Haley Joel Osment.
That's right. That's who it is. Yeah.
Wasn't he amazing, Haley Joel Osment?
Oh man, I don't know how old he was, but he was not that old.
He was not that old. I'm guessing, I don't know, 9 or 10 or something. But
okay.
Okay, number 2, The Truman Show. Have you ever seen that?
Yes, I have.
Jim Carrey. Yep. Oh my goodness, that played with my mind. Yeah. I mean, after I was done watching that the first time, I thought, am I on a TV show? It's a good movie. You need to watch The Truman Show.
The ending was great.
Yeah.
Yes.
And number 3, talk about messing with your mind. A Beautiful Mind with Russell Crowe.
Yep. I've seen that once, Dave. That's it.
Oh man, it's a great movie about a man, a true story. I know it took its liberties, but a true story about a genius mathematician by the name of John Nash, who struggled with mental illness. And I'm not going to talk about the struggle that is portrayed in the movie, because that would give away the ending, but it's a wonderful presentation of the story. Number 4, The Village. I do like M. Night Shyamalan, and The Village is another one of his movies where you see a cluster of people who are afraid of a monster in the woods. Have you ever seen The Village?
I have not. It reminds me of the John Krasinski movie that you're talking about.
The Quiet Place?
Yeah, I heard that's really good. I've seen that.
Yeah, The Village is with, it has Joaquin Phoenix in it. No. Pardon me. It doesn't have Joaquin Phoenix. What am I saying? It has Adrian Brody in it. It has Bryce Dallas Howard, William Hurt. It's a good movie. I tell you, it's another one of those that the ending will just go, oh, no way.
What year is that? Early 2000s?
Yes, early 2000s. I'm not sure exactly what year. 2002, 2003, something like that.
Is it a Stephen King? Or no, did you say it was?
M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Is he the one that did The Contagion or something like that? What was it? Where the wind would blow, the trees would give off like poison and was killing people and all that kind of stuff.
I don't know. I haven't seen that one.
I can't remember what it's called. Okay.
All right. And then number 5, you listed this as, I think, one of your favorite comedy movies. I listed it as one of my favorite twist endings, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Yes.
That's another one where I did not see that coming. I did not know who the jackal was until the very end. And I love it. Love it, love it, love it. It's another one I like to watch just to see the clues.
Yeah. That really kind of had two twist endings to it.
It did?
Her, and then well, I can't say it, but I mean, their response to her, I thought was good.
The ending was one of the great classic endings. It's just, oh man, I love Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Good movie.
I want to walk tonight.
What?
I want to walk. I can do it.
Yeah.
Does it hurt here? No.
Steve Martin. He is so.
Oh man,
funny.
That is.
Fun. One of my favorite scenes in the movie is when he's playing the guy and he has an eye patch on and they're sitting at dinner, and he says, "Can I go to the bathroom?"
Yeah. Yes. Rupel.
And then he has a very uncomfortable look on his face and says, "Thank you."
Yes. Was it Rupel?
Yeah, Rupert.
Rupert.
Yeah.
Ruprecht, yeah.
Oh, funny.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on from movies and let's do TV shows. Now, last time we did our favorite sitcoms.
Yeah.
But I'd like to include more than sitcoms because there's a lot of good TV out there.
That didn't happen for me. I just stayed with sitcoms.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? One of mine is a sitcom. So go ahead.
I'm telling you, I'm different than you. So I just feel such, I don't know. Okay. I'm just going to give it to you. MASH, my favorite again.
Great show.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Ozzie and Harriet Nelson. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. I loved it. I love it. Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh, great. I love it. One of my favorites.
Family Ties.
Is that the one with Michael J. Fox?
Yes. And
great. Alex P. Keaton.
Yeah. Oh man. I grew up watching this in the 70s and it's so good. Happy Days.
Oh yeah. Happy Days. Hey.
Yeah. And then the last one is Last Man Standing.
Last Man Standing. Yep. Which is ending this year. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Now let me say this. I watch more than just sitcoms. Okay, Dave.
I understand that.
I do, but my views are like, I like Scorpion. Scorpion only lasted four seasons. You remember Scorpion?
No.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Whatever. Rockford Files. That's okay. Go for it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, here's my favorite TV shows. I put Law and Order, and I'm not talking about the derivatives, SVU, Criminal Mind, or whatever, Criminal Intent. I'm talking about the original one that was on for 20 years with Sam Waterston and Jerry Orbach. That was my favorite show. I hated it when it wrapped. 11 years ago. I really liked that movie, but that show. So anyway, and I have every season on DVD. It's good to watch. So Law and Order. Da-dum.
Yeah.
All right. The second one is a sitcom because I don't know that I mentioned it last time, but I really love the Goldbergs. It's one of those where almost every line is just hilarious. And you almost have to watch every episode a second time just to get it all because it's so rapid fire.
Yeah.
Number 3, Freaks and Geeks. It was only on for one season and then it got canceled. And that's too bad because it's brilliant television. And it has people like James Franco and Seth Rogen before they were famous, and Linda Cardellini. It was a great show, Freaks and Geeks. And then I put this one on because I loved it so much when I was a kid. Now, spoiler alert, I've watched it since then and it's really stupid. But when I was a kid, there was nothing better on TV than the $6 Million Man. I loved that show. Yeah. I was obsessed. I wanted to be Steve Austin. Well, I got the DVDs a few years ago and watched, and I couldn't even get through the first season. It was so bad. It really was bad.
I know.
And number 5, Batman, the original Batman show from 1966, that series.
Love it.
I love Batman. So those are my favorite.
Those are good. Shows. Those are good, Dave. You were talking about the one before Batman. My
$6 Million Man.
I loved, as a kid, though, think about how exciting that was to watch that.
Oh, yeah. There was one episode. You remember when he's fighting Yeah. You remember the episode where he's fighting a robot? And I was so scared. I went and sat on our stairs at our house and peeked through the banister because I was just, I was so scared about it. And I just love that show.
Do you have a show right now that you're watching that could possibly be on your list someday?
No, I don't have any new shows that I'm watching. I binge watch shows that have since gone off the air. So no, or the Goldbergs is on the air, but no, I don't have any current likes. I don't like reality TV, and that's all the rage right now. I can't stand reality TV. So yeah.
Reality TV's been around for a long time. I don't know why.
About 20 plus years. Yeah.
Yeah, it's different.
I did get into America's Got Talent here a couple of years ago. I got sucked into that and really enjoyed it, but I haven't watched it for the last year or so. So
I like the first, 8 seasons of American Idol.
Oh yeah.
That was, I like game shows.
Yeah.
We should do game shows sometime.
We should, because there's some great game shows out there. Yeah.
Old game shows that are good.
All right.
All right.
Hey, what about favorite podcasts?
Favorite podcasts. I have that on my list here. Favorite podcasts. So I would start out with the Two Daves podcast.
Absolutely. Number one. Yes.
Okay. I like listening to Unashamed podcast. That's with Phil Robinson and Robertson and the Duck Dynasty guys.
The Duck Dynasty. Yep.
It's just a good, healthy podcast. It's good. My friend Alex Bryant and his wife Angie, they have one called The Way We See It, and it's about race reconciliation and other things as well. She's a whitey like me, and he's a black man, and they've been together for a long time, but they've gone through certain obstacles together, and it's pretty good to listen to. Okay. And then when was it? Today we on our podcast. So what is today that we're doing today? What's today's? We had Matt Fouch. Matt. We had Matt Fouch today. So this is March 20. What is March?
Today's the 30th.
Thank you. Thanks for just letting me stumble my way through all of this. You're just looking at me like, what are you doing? I'm like, well,
this is
I'm
what
dying
you're saying.
Here.
This is what you're saying. Oh, today we did today. I don't know what you did today. I worked.
I worked too. What are you talking about?
Whatever. You're a pastor.
Oh, please. Okay, so anyway, is On the Couch with Fouch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a podcast, but it's kind of a video podcast type thing.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I like it because he brings on Southern gospel guys, and now I also listen to Tim Hawkins, but I don't think he does his anymore. It used to be called Potty Break, and I don't hear him do that anymore. And but I heard him on his friend. Do you remember what's his name? Is it Bob Smiley? What's the guy's? That's a Christian comedian, Smiley.
Guy Smiley, wasn't it?
Is that who it was? I don't know.
Guy Smiley was on Sesame Street.
Yeah, whatever. But I was listening to that the other day, and Tim had not been on. I didn't realize he took last year off, and he decided to take last year off because he needed to get his life together. I guess he almost lost his marriage, and on it goes. I mean, there's just he was not there, and so it was real interesting. So I'm saying that because I think if we take time out to listen to some people's stories on these podcasts, that's what makes podcasting so fun. Not only are we listening to people that are are famous, but I think it's good to listen to people that aren't famous, and it's fun to hear.
That's good. I'm glad you brought that up. Other than ours, the Two Daves podcast, there were only two podcasts that I listened to. I listened to The Office Ladies with Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey talking about their time on The Office. Yep. And they break down every episode. And that's one of my favorite shows. So I enjoy listening to that once a week. And then the Rush Limbaugh Show podcast, which is still continuing even after Rush's death. And I enjoy listening to that. But I'm going to have to branch out and listen to some more podcasts. I have time when I'm at work. I'm just running machines. And so I like to just put my headphones on and listen. So yeah, I'm going to listen to some of these that you've talked about.
Who was Kevin on The Office? Brian somebody, right?
Brian Baumgartner.
He started a podcast.
Did he?
Yep. And something with The Office. All these people that were on The Office are looking for things. So today. But
all right.
Oh, by the way, have you heard? Are they trying to bring The Office back?
There has been talk about it, but I'm not sure everybody's on board, including Steve Carell. So I don't know. We'll see.
Is his career fizzling or what?
No, I think he's still doing very well.
It was good without him, but it was better with him.
Oh, definitely. He made the show.
Yeah.
Well, let's do YouTube shows and videos. I don't have any. You put that category down.
I did. You don't just watch.
Well, pardon me. I listen. I watch Honest Trailers. You know what I'm talking about?
Is that where they review movies?
Well, they kind of make a fake trailer for movies and poke fun at the movie while they're doing it. And that's fun. I like Honest Trailers. And I listen to the Gaither Vocal Band on YouTube, but that's about it.
Okay. Well, I must not have a life because I guess I watch more stuff. I mean, I get home late and I need to wind down a little bit. So I watch, Dave, you just better keep it together what I'm going to say here because ladies and gentlemen of the Two Daves podcast, some of you will appreciate what I'm saying. And unlike my friend Dave, he won't, but that's okay. So I like watching, this is almost a guilty pleasure here. I like watching candlepin bowling from the 80s and 90s.
Candlepin bowling?
It's a New England thing only. So if you have to go on candlepin bowling. It's not like bowling ball pins. The balls are way smaller. It's like going to arcade type of thing, and the pins they're taller and there's still 10 of them, but I love it. It makes me want to go candlepin bowling, but I watch it every night and I waste about 45 minutes to an hour and a half watching it from the 80s and 90s.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for sharing.
I guarantee you nobody on podcasts are talking about that. Okay. So the second one I watch is called Sailing Zatara, and it's about a family. It's about a family, and they're a Christian family that gave up the circus world of corporate world, and he made a lot of money. I mean, a lot of money. He sold everything. They bought a catamaran, a yacht type of thing, and they sail around the world with their kids.
Really? No, that does sound interesting. Yeah.
It's good. It's once a week usually, and it's 20-25 minutes long.
Okay.
Then, we had this kid used to come to our church, and he lives not too far from us. He's a farmer. It's called Cole the Corn Star. He goes, Cole the Corn Star, and it's Mama Corn Star, Daddy Corn Star, whatever. It's all about farming, and he's honest. He talks about what a farmer makes. He talks about, all the things that farmers don't talk about. Are you liking this, Dave, or are you just shaking your head?
I am. I'm liking it. That's good. I don't see these things. I don't even see them come up on my, on recommended for you or anything like that. So
I know.
Cold corn stuff.
Now this one is not on hardly anymore. It's called Fried Egg Golf, and a dad made a green. He made a golf green, and they have a pond, and around that pond they have 9 different holes that they hit off of onto the green, and they have competitions and all kinds of different stuff. It's real fun to watch. And then the last one I watch a ton of worship videos.
Oh yeah.
Yep. All right. That's
all
mine.
Right. Well, let's do this thing called guilty pleasures. This is not as bad as it sounds, but it's things that you enjoy, whether it's a movie, TV show, activity, music,
a drink,
the mainstream kind of looks down on and poo-poos, and you almost feel. You've actually expressed that with some of these here tonight. You've almost been afraid to say them. So these are some of our guilty pleasures. Dave, what you got?
Well, Dave, just to remind you, we've had one before in the prior podcast. We were too ashamed to mention the name of the person. Do you remember?
Yes, I know.
I'm going to mention it. I'm going to mention tonight.
All right, because I have you down on my list too. Yep.
Okay, then we'll save this for the last one. Okay, I won't mention.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll let you do that. Okay. Oh my goodness. I have people listening to me that know me. Okay.
Yeah.
So here it is. High School Musical 2. I love singing the songs too.
Oh man. Oh. Busted. The song to High School Musical 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last 2 Dave's podcast.
Oh, I don't know if I can be seen with you anymore.
It's going to get worse. I'm sorry.
Oh.
It's going to get worse.
Oh,
this is bad. Now, people, when I ask you to comment, be kind in your comments, okay? Don't judge me for what I'm saying.
If there's anybody else out there that finds the music from High School Musical 2 to be a guilty pleasure, please comment, because I'd like to know if there's anybody else, any closeted High School Musical 2 watchers out there.
Come on. Okay. So here's my second one.
Okay.
I like to go shopping with my wife.
Wow.
I know.
That's amazing.
Dave, I got to tell you this. I'm an only child, and my mom and dad they didn't have a lot of money, but we're not far from uptown and downtown, whatever. And it used to be the thing. I mean, it was just full of all kinds of cool stores. And my mom, when I was young, she stayed at home. So she would pull me in the wagon when I was little. I'd walk with her, ride my bike, whatever. And she'd drag me in and go shopping and do all that kind of stuff. And the older she got, I went with her there. My wife loves me because I go shopping with her. I don't mind. I like doing it.
That's great. I wish I could say the same. I love to be with my wife, but what I used to do was find my place on the bench, and they've taken those stupid benches out because of that COVID thing. And so anyway, yeah.
Yeah, well, we don't even have a mall. I mean, that's going, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, the third one. Oh, Dave, I don't like you for this.
Okay.
I play the game Toy Blast on my phone, and I'm on level 2,863, and I've been playing it for the last 2.5 years.
Oh, Toy Blast.
Yep.
See, I don't have games on my phone. And the reason, I'm not trying to be a snob, the reason why I don't is because I have an addictive personality, and I would never put my phone down. I would constantly be playing a game. I know that. So I don't even try to download them.
I hear things like, Dave, how long are you going to stay in the bathroom? I'm like, give me a second. I'm trying to get through level 2,800. I mean, come on. Or
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. And then the last one is I like ordering Arnold Palmer's, which is tea and lemonade, no sugar in it, and egg white egg bites from Starbucks.
I don't know what those are, but I love Arnold Palmer's.
170 calories in those 2 eggs like that. It's so good. It is so good.
That sounds good. I'm going to have to try that. Yeah.
Your turn.
Egg white egg bites. All right. Well, number one, I think I mentioned this last time, but in movies, my guilty pleasure is Some Kind of Wonderful. It's a ridiculous teen John Hughes movie from the 80s. But it's great. I still, as an adult, love to watch that movie. It's just
John Cryer.
No, it's Eric Stoltz is in it, and Leah Thompson, and Mary Stuart Masterson.
Yeah, I think I've seen it, but it's been so long.
Yeah, very good movie. Number 2, ABBA. I love the music of the 70s disco ABBA group. The two ladies and the 2 men from Sweden. You look at me like
never watched it.
You've never not watched it, heard it, the music. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, you like the music, not the movie.
Yeah, the music itself. I love the music of ABBA, the original group. Yeah. All right. Wow. Okay. Number 3 actually is the movie The Proposal with Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds. That is a chick flick, and I hate chick flicks, but I love The Proposal. I don't know why. I guess it's because I think Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds have great chemistry together, and it's just funny. I just enjoy the movie.
Is it better when you drink? Never mind.
Well, you know what? I tell you what. That's my number 4 guilty pleasure. I didn't think that there was anything to feel guilty about liking ginger ale. But you make me feel so guilty about it that I put ginger ale as my guilty pleasure. That's my drink of choice. We've already talked about that. All right. Are you ready? This is what we both have on our list.
Did I bully you or not with that?
Yeah, you're bullying me. Yes. We both have this on our list because we both love this guy's music. We planned to go see him in concert in Vegas, but we never got it done before he retired.
But we have seen him.
Barry Manilow.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, we're Fanilows. He could sing and put so much emotion in, which is why it's a guilty pleasure, I guess. Put so much emotion into his songs. I love Barry Manilow to this day.
Dave, I'm going through stuff in one of our rooms, and here was the 1970, I can't remember, 76, I Write the Songs record.
Really?
So good. Do you remember the songs on there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Trying to get that feeling again.
Mm-hmm. I used to have that album. I probably do still somewhere like you. So. All right, let's wrap it up with a favorite. And again, we'll kind of put it all together for interest of time, but favorite food or candy or desserts. Now, let me guess. You actually made 3 different lists, right?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, but I added desserts on there.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah. And that's good because I put a couple of them are desserts for me. So
this is guilty pleasure too. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Number 1 is when my wife makes white or vanilla cake and I put milk with it on it. White cake with milk is incredible.
That I'm sure is very good. That doesn't surprise me at all. Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. The next one are the homemade cinnamon rolls that my mom makes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't remember having any of your mom's homemade cinnamon rolls, but homemade cinnamon rolls are a piece of heaven. Yep.
My mom made some. My daughter-in-law came back home here for a few days. We flew her home, and my mom made homemade cinnamon rolls that have the cinnamon and the caramel and all that kind of stuff. I had 3. I was bad. Okay. The next one, you have to be from Iowa or Illinois to understand this one, but it's Happy Joe's Mexican Pizza.
Okay, I know what Mexican pizza is, but I've never had it from Happy Joe's.
Happy Joe's is incredible. It's incredible. Okay. Have you ever had Zeno's?
Yes, Zeno's there in Marshalltown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Zeno's Mexican pizza there is really good too.
So Zeno's is still open, huh?
Yeah. I don't think it's as good as it used to be, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Okay. And then for candies, I have Almond Joy and Snickers as a close side by side.
All right. Now, Dave, we're done because anybody that would like coconut in their candy is somebody that cannot be trusted.
Well, that's why we live state apart from each other.
Oh, man. Yuck. I can't stand coconut.
Really?
Yeah. I hate coconut.
Well,
all right.
I'm sorry. I'll be praying for you. Hey. And then my favorite pie or dessert is strawberry rhubarb pie.
Oh, now, okay, you're back in my good graces. I love strawberry rhubarb pie.
Put a scoop, warm it up, and put a scoop of ice cream, vanilla ice cream, and I'm whistling. Ooh, I'm home. I'm home.
Yeah. So, oh, man, good stuff.
And then my other favorite, this is not a dessert, it's a breakfast food. And I think it's a legitimate breakfast food that's necessary for your life. And that is raspberry or cherry filled donuts.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm wanting one right now.
That's a good list right there, Dave. I'm telling you.
This is what I have. I have 6 things. Number 1, I have Runzas. Now, it's what we called Runzas when I was growing up. I'm not talking about the stuff that you get at the Runza places. Yeah. But here in Kansas, they call them Buroks. But
yeah, okay.
Yeah, they're made. They're homemade with a dough, and then it's like a hamburger and cabbage mixture that's cooked inside of them. I'm telling you what, it is heaven came down and glory filled my soul.
Yeah.
That has been my birthday supper since I was a little kid. I love
that'd be good.
Yeah, good stuff. And then you take the extra dough and make them into cinnamon rolls. My mom used to do that. All right. Here's a dessert, tres leches cake. This is something that I discovered when I was in one of the Central American countries, I think Honduras. Tres leches means 3 milk cake. So this is a lot like what you were talking about.
Is it
made
fried?
with 3 different. No, it's baked.
Okay.
And it's made with 3 different milks. And don't ask me what those milks are because I've never made it. But my wife makes it now. I told her about it when I got back from, I think it was Honduras. And she's made it a few times. And oh man, it's wonderful. All right. Then the next one is it's also a cake. And I did not give it this name. Okay.
I know what you're going to say.
Okay. All right. Thank you. We're just going to call it the better than cake.
Yes.
Other people have called it better than something. We decided we wanted to be a little bit more pure about it. And so we called it better than Wednesday night Bible study cake. And I'm telling you what, it's rich and it's creamy and it is so, so good. The cake. And then
I had it from my mom. She makes that a lot.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. My wife makes it. And then number 4, this is candy. And I put them all together because I love these candies. Twizzlers. I've got my stash right here that I chew on while I'm recording.
Nice.
Blow Pops, Jolly Ranchers, and Dots.
Ooh, that's good movie candy right there.
Yeah. When I go to the theater, I get Dots and chew on those. Yep. Good stuff. Number 5, meatloaf. That may sound really plain, but I am obsessed with meatloaf. I love meatloaf. So
2 out of 3 ain't bad, Dave.
You don't like meatloaf?
Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh, meatloaf, the musician. Yeah. Bat out of hell. Yeah.
Some of our viewers, if you got it, would you please comment that you got what I said before Dave got it? Okay.
Number 6, calzones. I love me some calzones. It's better than pizza because it's double crusted pizza basically. So I like me some calzones. So anyway, that's my favorite food, candy, desserts, and I think we probably better wrap it up as far as our favorites for this episode.
Well, I have one more thing I want to say on what was it on the twist endings?
Yeah.
I think we missed the best one ever.
Okay.
That's the movie Twister. It had the best twist ending there was. Hey, thanks again for joining us and doing life with us for this short time. And as always, if you enjoyed this podcast, why don't you subscribe? We need subscribers on YouTube. Share the podcast with your friends. And don't forget to comment wherever you listen to this podcast. And until next time, remember that 2 Daves are always better than one. See you then.